On today's episode of SOS Creativity TV and FM, we're going to be covering the topic of how to adapt your goals during tough times. And with that being said, if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join the notification squad. My name is Stephen Solademi and I'm the host of SOS Creativity TV and FM. Let's jump straight into today's episode. So when things get difficult, you're usually faced with one or two things. Do you make things easier for yourself, or do you work harder and find a way to achieve what you've set out? Well, I'm a personal believer that you should never reduce your goals. You should never make your goals easier. Instead, you should find other ways and other solutions to help you achieve your goals. So on today's episode, like I said, we're going to be covering how to adapt your goals during tough times. There's no question in 2020, no one could have predicted what's happening in front of our eyes. And therefore, the goals, the giant goals that you would have set are probably very, very difficult to hit right now. Depending on what industry you are, it might be even easier to hit. Therefore, we're going to be looking at 3 different ways to help you adapt those goals. And the first point is to never panic. So, which is easier said than done, by the way. However, the most successful people do not panic in light of whatever situation they find themselves. The first thing they do is to find a way to get away and go understand the new climate. So what exactly is going on? What are the ins and outs? What are the things you can control, the things that you can't control? You need to understand in as much detail as possible what the new landscape looks like. And when you do that, you're able to pivot accordingly, you're able to implement new strategies, you're able to innovate to help you achieve those goals. The second one is to simplify your strategy. For example, if your goal was to achieve £1 million in business, that might look at selling £5,000 worth of service or item to 200 people. However, in light of the new difficult period, you might need to be able to simplify that strategy even further, meaning you might need to sell £2,500 worth of service and product to 400 people. You might need to sell a lot more quantity, a lot more frequency, because maybe people just aren't spending as much as they would typically do. Simplify your strategy, crunch the numbers. What are the different possible ways to reach your goal? When you crunch those numbers and you simplify your strategy, you're still on the path to achieving the original goal that you set out. You just need to combine that with a lot of hard work and you can get there. Finally, the last point is to adjust deadlines. What exactly does that mean? So there are certain things that you're unable to control in light of the difficult situation. But what you can do is, rather than reducing your goal, you can adjust the deadline. Ideally, you don't want to do that. However, if it means achieving your goal, at the end of the day, if you set yourself a goal, whether you achieve it now or you achieve it a couple of months later, achieving the goal is still probably the most important thing. Therefore, in light of everything that you can't control, you can look to just increase the deadline by, I don't know, that could be a week, that could be a month, that could be a quarter, a year, whatever the timeline, the new timeline looks like. In light of the activities and things you can't control, you can look to increase that timeline. However, never ever reduce your goal, because you set that goal for a reason. It's important to go out there, find a way to A, don't panic and understand the new current landslide, B, simplify your strategy, and C, increase the timeline if you need to help you achieve your goals. I'd love to hear your thoughts, comments in the comment section below. My name is Stephen and I'm the director of SOS Creativity. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel, because every single week we release a brand new video to add value to you. With that being said, have a wonderful day, have a wonderful week, and bye for now.